All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, a great millstone that taught me this truth through the Holy Spirit, and a sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Akim, across the four corners of the earth that are pushing this knowledge and truth and in sincerity. It's your brother Bars off from the GMS Arizona Cam Lord's Will with another quick lesson to edify through the Holy Spirit to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of Israel, according to the scriptures and according to the prophecy. Shalom. All right, I'm going to play this video. And as you see in the title, it says, Willie D reacts to nurse arrested for breaking black baby's bones in NICU. Now, real quick, before I play the video, quick scripture. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 21. It says, his words were... Slacky, let me start that again. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right. Let's jump over to Isaiah 33:1. It says, woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Let's see. Now, let's go to this video. Now, again, the title of the video is Willie D reacts to nurse arrested for breaking black baby's bones in NICU. Now, I learned of this when I was watching the podcast of the comedian Godfrey. He had another comedian by the name of T.K. Kirkland that he was interviewing on his podcast, where they went into and made a mention of this story, that there was some white nurse that was said to have been breaking black babies' bones in the NICU. And we're going to listen to Willie D speak on and react to this news. And this just goes to show you who is Esau Edom. You see this little red devil on the screen? That is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And this story is going to explain why we call the so-called white man the devil, because they all have a perpetual hatred for you Israelites. See, and they show it in every way, shape, and form that they possibly can. And this is just an example of them showing their perpetual hatred that's spoken about in Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. Because this is sickening, but not surprising. Because there's no depths that this devil wouldn't go to destroy us. And they love to see our people suffer. But this that you're about to hear about is just like some next level type of hatred. But it goes to show you that the things that we bring out, the history, you know, when we talk about buck breaking, when we talk about how they were feeding our babies to alligators, how, you know, just all of the atrocities that our people suffered by the hands of the so-called white man, how all of these things are true. Because, see, this devil that's doing this shit now, you can imagine the things that she was doing in her past life. Back when they had us on the plantations and they had that type of dominion over us. You can only imagine the type of shit that this witch was doing. If she's doing this type of shit that we about to hear about to black babies now. But you Israelites better wake up, man, because there's going to come a time where the so-called white man is going to show his horns and show all you Israelites who they really are. And it's going to come down hard on Jake if they not shielded under the wing of Yahweh Shai Shai. So I'm going to play the clip and then grab another precept or two. This is going to be a quick hit. I'm going to speed up the commentary so it go through the video a little faster. All right, so here, let's go.
What's up, family? Let's talk about an uncivilized mutt. A former nurse was arrested for child abuse in connection to an incident.
By the way, fair use, fair use. I'm just using this video for informational purposes only. Fair use.
That left 3 premature babies with unexplainable fractures at a Virginia hospital, which has since closed its neonatal intensive care unit.
See, after an investigation popped off, they had to close down the whole NICU behind this shit. And you see the date on this video, it was 2 months ago when this story broke, but this incident dates back to 2023, as he's going to explain.
I ain't got no problem with that. Family, this uncivilized mutt is amongst the worst. Who is this uncivilized mutt? Erin Elizabeth Ann Stratman. She's 26 years old, and she was charged with malicious wounding and felony child abuse over the disturbing infant injuries at the Henrico Doctors Hospital in Richmond last month. The preemies were found with inexplicably broken bones in late November and early December, according to the Henrico County Police. The chilling violence comes after 4 babies, including a newborn with a fractured leg, were hurt in the same unit in the summer of 2023, police said. Investigators are probing dozens of videos from inside the NICU, and detectives are re-examining the 2023 and 2024 cases as part of the broader investigation, cops said. The Henrico County Police Division is utilizing all available resources to ensure a thorough investigation into this matter, the department said. In December, Dominique and Tori Hackey spoke out about how they were heartbroken to discover their premature baby Noah suddenly couldn't move his leg at the hospital in September 2023. It was kind of discolored. I told the doctor on staff, got some x-rays, and we determined he had a fractured leg. Dominique Hickey said the couple was asked if they wanted to hold the baby. And he said, I'm like, in my mind, I don't want them to turn this around on us and say we did anything wrong. So I told him, no, we just want to process this thing. Good move.
Right, just like he said, that's a wise move by Jake. Because we know, pursuant to Psalms 58 and 3, it says the wicked are estranged from the womb. Who are the wicked? That's the Edomites. Okay? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They're liars. And so, of course, Esau, Edom will do some wicked shit and then turn it around and blame Jake for it. And they'll get away with it because there's no righteous judgment in this land. So that was a wise move by Jake, saying, all right, man, baby's leg is he's not able to move it. It's discolored. We think something's going on. They're asking him if you want to hold the baby. He says no because he don't want to get blamed for hurting his child. Then this devil that is purposefully inflicting pain on these Jake babies then gets to get away with it. Because they're always trying to look at Jake to blame for something. And that goes into the curses, man. You know, we're cursed everywhere we go. And there's really no place to flee for safety other than the strong tower of the Lord, man. Other than looking to you, how about Shem Yahshua for protection? You ain't protected from nothing. You know, because, hey, they got they fucking, they police officers persecuting us on the streets. They got these nurses persecuting us in these hospitals. And that's why it's important to maintain, do whatever you have to do to maintain a particular level of health. You know, to have care for your meat and diet, as the scriptures say, because you really can't depend on these devils for nothing, man. They would love for Jake to they would love to see Jake perish. You know, when you go to the hospital for healing, they're not really trying to heal Jake like that. They're not going to give you the best medicines. They're not going to give you access to the best services and operations. They're going to reserve that for their own. or for whoever can cut the biggest check. But that's normally not Jake. Jake ain't really got it like that. So they'll give you mediocre service, and you'll probably be worse off going to these devils. And that's why understanding the herbs, knowing how to self-heal is important, because everything is stacked up against us here in America. We are walking in the valley of the shadow of death. The shadow of death is constantly upon us. All right. So let's go back to the video.
Good move, Dominique, because you know they will turn it around on you. Oh, you better believe. And this has been going on not for a few years, not for decades, but for centuries. Doctors and nurses are to black women what the police are to black men. That's right, I said it. A whole lot of y'all are very, very wicked. Why would you go into such a profession? A profession.
See? Willie D know what's going on. Police officers go into, the police academy because a lot of them can't wait to get the opportunity to use the new power that they received as a police officer against black people, so-called black people. They're already racist to begin with. And now their racism is justified under the guise of maintaining the law. Now you got nurses that go through nursing school already being racist, already having a certain level of prejudice and hatred against you so-called black people. And they'll go through the nursing school, and then when they see you come through those doors at the hospitals, they do you bad. These are the curses, man. Everything is stacked up against us, man. That's why the scriptures say this. Job 13:4 says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." See? Physicians of no value. That's these devils, man. These hospitals, they don't really try to heal. They just, basically try to mitigate your sickness and treat the sickness, but they don't try to cure the sickness. That's how they got their whole medical system set up. This is what everything is flawed in this place. That's why we need the Lord to destroy it, so we can get the fuck up out of here, man. This shit ain't working. It's not for us. It's not to our benefit. It's to our destruction. Everything. That's why we need deliverance. Let's continue on.
That is supposed to be symbolic of helping others. A profession that is supposed to be heavy on compassion, empathy, concern, healing. I wonder how many you let die or just outright killed. We'll never know the answer, fam. We'll never know that answer. You're not alone. How many times has the paramedics been called to aid a black person and that black person died? Not because the paramedics couldn't help him, but because the paramedics refused to help. And how many times have they taken that ride in that ambulance and it looked like they were okay? I mean, at least they didn't have any life-threatening situation going on. And next thing you know, they died on the way to the hospital, dead on arrival. I would not underestimate them, fam. If my loved one ever has to go in an ambulance, I'm hopping in the back with them. I want to see. I want to see everything. I'm jumping in with them. It's a cold game, man. We got to deal with this type of stuff. We are operating behind enemy lines. And this uncivilized mud absolutely needs to be charged with a hate crime because all of these babies just so happen to be black. Just so happen to be black. She's going to have to be placed in protective custody because she won't make it in GP. They are going to knock her head off. And you know what's coming next, right? Well, she was mentally disturbed, She's been battling mental illness. Nah, I'm not buying it. You went to school for 4 years just so you could beat on babies? just so you could break the bones of black babies? That's what you studied for? I'm willing to bet $1 to a donut. Before she ever became a nurse, she was fantasizing about becoming a nurse so that she could harm black babies. Yeah. See, some of them, they have this sickness about themselves where they feel that it is a rite of passage to harm black bodies. Yeah. They feel like this is their way of contributing to white supremacy. Yeah. I guarantee you the apple don't fall far from the tree. If you want to know where she get that mentality from, all you got to do is get the address to her mom and daddy's house. Knock on the door. And just have a conversation with who opens the door. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment.
Yeah, so that's that, man. And this all goes back to perpetual hatred, like I mentioned before. Let's get that, and then we go close it out. That's some sick shit, and this is why the Lord gonna destroy this devil. And the beautiful part about it is everything that they did to us, that is gonna be done unto them, and double. So keep building up that rap sheet, Esau, because at the end of the day, it's all gonna come back on you. Ezekiel 35:5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, which is what Esau has been doing. This is an example of it, man. If that devil could have killed those babies and got away with it, she would. Right? It says, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. See? All that pain you inflicting on our people, that you've inflicted on our people for the last 400 or 500 years, is all coming back to you. All you so-called white people, Esau, Edom, man. It's not just white people, but the Edomites. Because you will have some of our people that, would appear to be a so-called white man, but their spirit and their lineage goes back to Israel. So let me clarify. This is to Esau, Edom. All you Edomites, bro. Y'all get it. The Lord said we shall meditate terrors. And when we see stories like this, that's exactly what we do. We meditate terrors upon you, man. The things that we're going to do to get our get back, in righteousness. Because it's a righteous thing to recompense all that you have done. So again, verse 6, it says, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. Esau don't hate blood. Esau loved that shit. When they kill a Jake, one of them police officers, kill an innocent Jake, they ain't really doing shit. Hey, the white people, they rally behind them. They come to the defense. They'll fill up a GoFundMe account for them just to rub it in, just to let you know, all you Israelites know, that they stand behind the act, which was putting your ass to death, putting a black man to death, putting somebody that look like you to death, because they don't hate blood, man. But see, that's why blood gonna pursue them, like perpetual hatred. And so it's all coming back to you, man. Everything you done unto us is going to be done back unto you double. And we hasten the day. We hasten those times. That's why we pushing this word, trying to reach the ears of the elect so we can get out of here. Because that's game over for you. Once the elect are sealed, then the Lord is going to allow the angels to let go of those four winds and let that destruction come forth. And that's what we're looking for. So with that, just wanted to bring that story out. Brothers want to check it out, man. There's a whole bunch of clips online about it, man. I just typed in nurse breaks bones of black babies, and you got news story, the shade room, you got Fox 26 Houston, Willie D. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that spoke up on this. Apparently it was you know, a big story, man, that went viral a little bit. But I'm just not hearing about it and just thought to speak on it briefly. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. This devil is going to continue to be exposed for who this devil is, man. The so-called white man, showing you the spirit and the nature of Esau Edom. It's on display right here. So with that, say shalom.